Welcome to my hello and welcome to my new video where I rant about languages, bad attitudes towards learning a language, and actually laziness, sloppiness, and taking thing lightly or much too seriously. We are two opposites, but in a way equally wrong. Why do I say taking things too seriously is equally wrong? Because if you overestimate the amount of time or the amount of work you've got to do, you overestimate this. You see something as something looming, as something that is threatening your future path, something ominous, like, oh gosh, it's so difficult to learn a language, you will never make it, you need, what do you need to be anointed by God, or to be born with a magical ability to learn a language. That's bullshit, and that hinders your natural good way of learning the language. As much as, okay, I just speak with people, I chat on chat talk, I don't know, I have some friends on Skype with whom I speak now and then, some friends with, and we just speak it, no correction, no feedback, no taking notes, no anything. Doesn't work like this. As oftentimes happens, reality is just in the middle. It's something you've got to do. How not to forget to do your daily exposure to being, how not to forget to devote some time to your language learning or absorbing. For example, do it if you can every time you go to the toilet, to take a dump, or every time you eat. So surely you're going to eat twice or 3 times a day. If you don't study much, you're gonna go to the toilet once or twice. So if you link these things, okay, I'm eating, okay, I will study English before or after that. You cannot forget to eat or to do the other thing. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it works. If you tend not to be methodical, try to do your half an hour and an hour every day. Use this, and you completely forget the time. And then ring, you remember, that's it. Enough is enough. I have been dealing with the language for half an hour, 1 hour, now it's over. That's you can even say, okay, if you're good, just be more flexible, but it's more complicated to be flexible because natural tendency is to let things go, slip. So I prefer you to be methodical. Keep a diary, write down what you've been doing, what you intend to do, write down what your problems are. If you have problem with the structure, write it down, and make a point of internalizing that rule and being able to use actively the right way. It's not big deal. I mean, if you do the right. Sorry, I have my feet in a bowl with ice because I have problems with my ankle. I run and I have this kind of major problem with my ankle that my ankle gets swollen. Okay, this is kind of horse sense or common sense. Record yourself. See what's going on. Speak like me freely, and see if you think too much, if you make too many pauses, if your speech is interrupted, is tilted, unnatural, whatever. If you always use the same words, if you use the structure of your language, get a real feedback. Be active and proactive when you learn a foreign language. Don't be passive. Don't do things just for the hell of it. Don't do things when you know the purpose of what you're doing. Don't do things if you think they are too simple, you get bored, or too difficult, you get you're anxious because the task is too much for you. These are kind of advice that works for many things, not only languages. So continuity, doing the right things, devoting enough time every day, having feedback. If you're not sure about the structure, look up on the internet, look at on Google Translator, even if it's not right every time. If you have a lot of doubts, write them down, jot them down, and when you meet a native speaker that can help you and who wants to help you, okay, let's dispel he can dispel or she can dispel your doubts. So if you take note of what you're doing every day, if you skip a day, you will see this skipping day on your diary. So if you've got to write down everything, you tend not to skip it because it's there, it's written. Sometimes you need to have a little fun, take it as a puzzle, as a game. Try to make it a challenge for your mind, and don't be disappointed if you make mistakes. Usually, as I said before, many times we make mistakes because we overdo what we are supposed to do. We want to invent language, we want to say something, and we haven't heard this concept, this structure, whatever we want to say, we haven't heard it by native speakers, so we make it up on the spur of the moment, and many times it's just wrong, it's not predictable, and this is where we make mistakes. If you have a native speaker that can correct, we have a native speaker or a speaker who speaks well, we can get feedback, So next time we need to use that, we know how to use it and what to say. As long as we don't trust our memory, but we write it down. Believe me, at the moment, when it happens, you think you're going to remember, but actually it doesn't work like that. And oh God, what did he say? What was the thing? Okay, so write it down. If you have difficulty writing down for the situation, you don't have your hands free, you can have a voice recorder. When I speak about recorder, I'm not referring to my musical instruments, but something like this. Now even cellular phones have this. Is more professional. You record everything. The good side about these, that you can accelerate, speed up or slow down the rate. I've eaten. Okay, or I haven't eaten. So, don't be a moron. Don't waste your time. Do it the right way. You don't trust me? Okay, what I said is just common sense. You can even get some info on self-learning, not by language gurus, but get some good website and get all the information you want. Obviously, if you're learning English, get the website that is in your language. Try to get information from trusted people who have an academic background, not self-appointed gurus, so theoretically not even by me. Okay? But what I said before is so generical that it works. Okay? You need a doctor to tell you if you have an injury, you have to stop doing sport, or you have to eat properly, or you shouldn't eat junk food. You don't need a doctor. I'll just remind you about common things that you should do already. Having said that, today in Rome it's a kind of overcast day. It's like autumn, and I like it. I was born in autumn, and so I like the season. I like autumn and spring. Whatever. What else rather than whatever? I think that's it. Bye.